So as I began to lose my sight, I realized I needed to get more skills in being good at being blind, for lack of a better word. I learned to read Braille. I learned to use white cane. I learned to use a Perkins typewriter, audio books, everything I could to be able to be independent, raise my three sons, and do everything I needed to in life. And I quickly realized I needed to go take one step further and go to a school for blind adults in Austin, which is basically like immersion. Say if you want to learn to speak Spanish, go to Mexico. Well, I moved to blind school, and I was there for months and months and months. And if you have any eyesight when you arrive, they take it from you. I wore a big black blindfold 8 hours a day. I had mobility training, cooking classes, wood shop, all these things that you do in your everyday life. We rode public transportation, went to the grocery store, the post office. We had to learn how to live life without being able to see and without having to depend on other people. So the first day I go to class, I show up for mobility training. And that's where they teach you to use your white cane effectively and how to maneuver the world by yourself with only the white cane. So I show up for class dressed as I usually do in a cute little dress and my high-heeled shoes. And I sit down and I'm talking with my instructor, who is also totally blind. And as we began to talk, I noticed he took his hand and he reached down and he touched my shoe. And he said, "Oh, honey, you're going to have to go back to your room and change shoes." I said, "Well, why would I do that?" He said, "Well, in order to be blind, you're going to need to wear tennis shoes or some kind of, flats, low heels. It's much easier." And I looked right at him and I said, "Well, are you any good at your job?" He said, "Well, yes, I'm very good at my job." I said, "Your job is to teach me to be blind in these shoes because I'm not changing. You can't ask me to give up who I am just because of my circumstance. I love high-heeled shoes, and I love to wear them. I need to learn to be blind as I am, with my personality. I refuse to let blindness change me and define me. I don't want to be the blind girl. I want to be Catherine, the gal who looks fabulous as she walks down the street in high-heeled shoes. Don't take that from me." And he said, "Challenge accepted," and off we went. Now, yes, sometimes I trip and fall. We all do, but I look good when I go down because I'm well dressed. And people usually, have a little sympathy because I've got the white cane. So I don't worry too much about it. I just live my life as God intended with the personality that He gave me, regardless of my circumstances.